Gary Jones with TogDrop. We're going to talk about how to make a corner using canvases. These canvases would be attached to a pole like they typically are. It could be wood, it could be metal, it could be, some people use PVC if it's short enough to where it won't sag. The trick is you have the poles that extend out from the canvas. Sometimes those are 6 inches, sometimes they might be 2 feet. So we're going to show you how to make a corner by using this setup. So you can see that we have 3 light stands. Let's come around the back and we're going to show you the corner right off the bat. So it looks complicated, but it's not. So this is the canvas corner maker. You have 2 areas here for right or left hand corner. We have a stand adapter that we use to attach it to. We have a turret with a clamp that holds the canvas rod. We have a low profile saddle. We have a bungee here that straps that in. Let's come around and you can see how that's attached. Let's look up underneath so you can see that. It's really an easy setup. We have corner magnets down here. This here is an adjustable corner magnet. It would Velcro to this canvas coming in to this, say, the main backdrop or the rear backdrop. We have the other part of the magnet here, which I would call the magnet pull, that goes on the back side of the main backdrop. So it's kind of sandwiched. As you can tell, we're looking right at the edge of the canvas, but it doesn't pinch it to make it look like a book. It just pulls this corner in to that rear backdrop. Gives you a nice clean line down through here. Let's zoom out. So we have 2 of those. Over here on these light stands. On this one we have just a normal single pole holder with a saddle, a bungee that straps in, goes over, hooks in just like this side. This knob here is to secure the single pole holder to the light stand. Let's go over to the other side. This one's different. So say you have a canvas and say it's 10 feet, but you only need to use 7 feet. So you still have canvas wrapped around there. And you know when you pull these things out and say you want 7 feet, how do you normally stop it? You're getting clamps, you're getting A-clamps, you're trying anything, tape, anything to keep it from unrolling on you. So over here on this light stand, we have a clamp that the rod sets in. This attaches to the top of the light stand, tightens up with this knob, and you have the clamp here. You keep it loose until you roll out exactly what you need, and then you just snug it up. That keeps it from unrolling on you. And that's what happens over here with this one. It just clamps to it and holds it in place. So let's look at the bottom to see what we have down here. This part is optional. You may need it, you may not. This is a floor stretcher. It has an adjustable corner magnet here also. And it's a little larger than the other ones. So it does just like the other ones. It Velcros to this backdrop, and this one here is setting behind this backdrop, okay? Okay, so you can see right here, we're behind this backdrop. You have your adjustable magnet. This is the one, the main backdrop, we'll call it, coming in, and this is setting on the other side of it, and it's sandwiched right here. So it'll hold this one in place, and it'll also hold this one. You put a 2-pound weight here, and you should be good to go. Down here on the bottom of the light stand, you have your typical bungee that wraps around the light stand and clips onto the backdrops. So this is the setup that we have, and now let me show you everything that you would need to make this happen. Okay, so this looks like a complicated mess, but it's really not. We have this all put together, which is this corner, and then we have an exploded view. So let's start out real simple. Right here we have a stand adapter. This slides on to the top of the light stand, tightens down with this knob. You just need to snug it up. If you're using a smaller light stand and it wants to tilt as you're putting weight on it, this knob you turn clockwise to level everything out when you got all the weight on it, and then you can see what you need to do. Don't tighten that all the way up. That's not what it's made for. We have the canvas corner maker. You have 2 holes here. So if you have a left corner, over here you might have a right corner, you might have 2 corners. So you put it in the opposite holes, just depending on how the corner is going to lay out. This knob here is to hold these 2 pieces together so they don't accidentally come apart. We have a low profile saddle that fits down in this, and we have that bungee that comes around and hooks on the bottom just like this. And then we have the canvas turret. It's a little longer. We have another one that looks just like this one, but this is a little longer to give you distance in case you need it. That just fits right down in one of these slots here, just like we see over here. And now we have an option. Do you need a light in the corner? This optional piece here, which is a light stem, that can fit right down into this opening, and then you just put your light on top of that over the corner. Now you have a hair light. This end right here is a single pole holder. You got your saddle, you got your bungee, real simple. The other corner, this fits on top of the light stand. This knob secures it to the light stand, and then your rod just fits in there. And then you unroll what you need, and then you just snug this clamp up, and it keeps it in place. Down here, we have 2 sets of corner magnets. We have Velcro. Again, these are adjustable depending on the angle that you desire. The floor stretcher, again, 2-pound weight. A larger corner magnet, again adjustable, and then you have the Velcro pieces for that. So with this setup, you can close this like a book, or you can open it up a little wider than this. Now there is a limit on how wide that you can open it, because this backdrop will hit the nose of this piece here. But that's greater than a 45 or 135, however you want to look at it. So if you have any questions, any concerns, let us know.